Hey guys, Kev here, and I want to talk about 4 knives that you can get right now. So these are 4 knives that you could go pick up right now if you wanted to, at least at the time of filming this on April 23rd. So let's get into it. The first one is the Kaiser Knives Drop Bear. So I will link this guy below, but at Blade HQ right now, they have the Drop Bear. I'm going to tell you which versions they have available. They have the Drop Bear in the, it looks like Toxic Fat Carbon. They put green and gold. I don't know why, but it's the one with Toxic Fat Carbon, and I believe it's 20 CV. So they have that one available there. I'm sure you can pick up different ones at different locations or dealers. I will link those down below as I find them for you. But this is the one in LC200N and this sort of fade titanium, crystallized titanium pattern. Excuse me, which is awesome. I really enjoy this knife overall. I enjoy the Drop Bear very much. It's one of those knives that caught me off guard. I honestly avoided it for so long because all this hype was around it, and I'm just one of those people who's like, oh, everybody loves that. It's gotta suck, like, you know. And I got it, and I was like, damn, this thing is fire. Like, yeah, it's a little chunky, and yeah, it's a little heavy, but you know, I wish it wasn't, you know, shadow box liners, but for what it is and what the price point is, it's amazing. The way they dialed the stud angle, and then the fact that you have all this adjustment in the springs. I have this dialed as high as you can go, so I have it on the top setting with the stronger spring, and it truly feels like a detent. I mean, it pops. If I ride it, like, sure, but I'm trying there. If I just give it a little bit, it's so good. And it reverse flicks really well. I mean, it's just, honestly, the best axis lock knife I've ever handled. The Kunwu Pulsar is very close. I recommend that as well. If I remember, I'll link their website too. But this is just so good. And it comes in so many varieties. You can get it in budget form. You can get it in this sort of premium form. So I highly recommend the Kaiser Drop Bear, and it's available as we speak in at least one version. The next one is an interesting one. You're not going to see a lot. This one's from Urban EDC, and I have this slip made by Troy from Northwoods Leatherworks, so it does not come with the knife. It actually comes with a really nice reversible clip that mounts on the rear, and I took it off because I wanted this slip, and I'm hoping in the future on different runs they make a filler tab because it would look really cool if this was more clean. But I just thought it'd be cool to not have a clip because it's also advertised as sort of a worry stone, and it is. It's very deeply engraved. It feels really cool. I mean, just look at the pattern on there. Just unique. It's something I don't have anything close to, so I thought it was really cool. Dead nut centered, and it has this really interesting sort of flat flipper tab that does not look like it'd be good, but it pops. It really does pop. And the action for something this small is pretty impressive. I did take it apart, tune it, that kind of thing, but I didn't mess with like the detent. I just cleaned it and set it where I liked it. There's no play at all, and I mean, it swings down when you push that lock bar over, and then, you know, you got to give it a little shake, but for something this small to kind of bounce off your nail like that is really cool. I do occasionally miss the flipper tab because it is tiny, but the detent is so good. Now, you'll see the edge bevel is rather large, and that's because I had this sharpened by my buddy Kyle over at Klingenberg Sharpening, and he said something about the factory edge is not fantastic, the angle, and it's just basically because of, look at it, it's supposed to be a faux dagger, very short grind you have here, and a very small blade, so when it got to me, it was sharp and it worked, but it wasn't the best edge ever, so that's why I sent it out. I didn't expect it to end up coming back with such a large bevel, but he basically explained to me that he had to do that to make it usable. at least to his standard. So I appreciate that, and I'm used to how it looks now, so I actually don't mind it, and it's sharp. It works really well. So I actually really enjoy it, and it kind of gives it a little bit of a unique look. So it is a inset liner lock. I believe that is titanium in there. I have had no issues with lock stick or anything like that. It's just such a unique little knife that I think is cool, and it's available right now. They have this blue, cobalt blue. They have a raw tie and a bronze tie, I believe. Or it might be real bronze. I'm not sure. You can check the website. The pricing on these is pretty reasonable. Pretty sure it's like, let's see. Let me go back to it. Monaco. $229 you're looking at on these. It's made by Riot. It's in M390 and titanium. It comes in, okay, so this blue is sold out, but they do have the bead blasted tie, and they have the distressed bronze, which comes with a, I believe, acid etched blade. So they do have some cool versions. And for $229, I mean, I think that's a deal. I don't remember what I paid, but I believe it was it $2.99? Maybe it was only $1.99 on pre-order. That's what I'm thinking of. So really cool knife. I enjoy it, and it's unique, you know, just different. And you could carry it obviously with the clip, which is really good as well. The next one is going to be the Bridgeport 395 V2. So this is from Bridgeport Knife Co. Garrett is a really cool dude, young gentleman, and just has a cool design language, and I'm just happy for the kid, you know. I wish at age 20 I was doing cool stuff like this, so good on him. He actually sent me this one here because he said he set it aside because it had such a strong detent, which is hilarious, and I love it because it is very strong. But you'll see me miss it occasionally because it is very strong. Kubi is the OEM on these, and as stated, this is the V2. So this version right here, unfortunately, is sold out. So far, we're going to be 4 for 4 on that. I'm sorry, but there are versions of each knife available. There's a micarta version in natural, and I believe, is it green or black? And one with a stone wash and one with a black wash, and it actually adds a stud. So it has a thumb stud, and the hole is a little lower. So you can actually use the thumb stud for the thumb, and then the flick for the flick, or the hole for the flick. And they're all in 20 CV. Those micarta versions start at 145. That's pretty impressive for 20 CV. And then he has this version with camo carbon and stonewash. This was 190, and he still at the current moment has a blacked out version with a shred CF and I believe a black wash blade, and that one's 190 as well. So if you're looking for a more fancy one, that blackout one is actually the one I would have bought, but he was like, I set this one aside for you, and I was like, all right, sweet. So I also got in the micarta one, and he sent me that to pass around. So that's going around right now. I did do a video on it, so check that out if you want more details. But this is a knife that I don't understand why it's still in stock. It's very cool. And Bridgeport's really cool. I'm guessing it's more just an exposure thing. So hopefully this video helps a little bit. Go check it out. The price point's right. The model is phenomenal. I mean, just look at it. Sheep's foot blade, perfect size for a large glove size hand. I can just get all 4 back here, and then I can choke up, and I get plenty of room. You have a beautiful hollow grind out to that tip. I love the hole shape. Nice liner lock for easy access. Plenty of room there to get in. On bearings, I have skips in here. Just a wonderful, wonderful knife. Absolutely love it. So if you guys want to go support Garrett and what he's doing, definitely do that. Great guy. So that's the Bridgeport 395 V2. The last one is, well, a legend. This is the F5.5 from Urban EDC. Now, again, this one is not available. I'm sorry. This one's in full titanium with a hand satin blade, which is, ooh, yeah, that is sexy. Probably my favorite one to ever be released. I do absolutely love the black G10 one with the black blade. as well as the carbon fiber one with the Elmex that came out early on. But this one just really spoke to me. There's something about the full titanium F5.5 that does it for me. I do have a lynch clip, which at the current moment, these are available, but in just a couple colorways on their website. They had like polished and then some kind of crazy ano. So you might still be able to get one. And if you know how to anodize or, you know, work on stuff, you might be able to just change the colorway yourself. But the F5.5 is a legend. And right now they have available the JG10 with black blade and the Stormtrooper version, at least when I checked. Does that mean the orange one is sold out? Which I think would be crazy to think that those two... Okay, no. Apologies. The Stormtrooper is sold out. The orange G10 with black blade and the JG10 with black blade are available right now. For $239, guys. This knife is bonkers for $239. I still contend it is the best production knife you can get, which means you can usually get one, right? Like right now, there's 2 versions available. You could get that jade one and just dye the scales whatever color you wanted, right? So you have options there, and I just think this knife is an absolute home run. I've been raving about this knife for years. You can check my playlist on it. I have like 20 videos on it. It's just got such a great deployment hull. The action is always on point. The ergonomics are fantastic. The carry is really good. I just love a sick sheepsfoot blade, and Voxnez is just a legend. So absolutely love the F5.5, and I couldn't do a available knives list without it on there. So I will link it down below. So we have the Urban EDC F5.5. We have the Bridgeport 395. We have the Urban EDC Monaco. And we have the Kaiser Drop Bear. Let me know what you guys think down below. If you guys want to give people in the comments some other options of available knives that you think are cool, that would be awesome. These are just 4 knives that I have that are available. I just wanted to do a video. So I love you guys. I really appreciate all the support. I hope you have an absolutely fantastic day. And I will catch you later.